We're tracking a severe weather threat that's going to impact thousands right here in the Miami Valley and millions across the country. But first, we're also following breaking news involving the search for a missing 5-month-old. Within just the last hour, Columbus police announced the woman accused of kidnapping a set of Columbus twins and dropping one of them off at Dayton International Airport has been found in Indianapolis. However, one of the babies is still missing tonight.
We are relieved to have located the suspect, and it takes us one step closer to locating Kassan. But we will not stop searching until he is brought home safely.
All right, now police are still looking for the stolen car as well. It is a 4-door 2010 black Honda Accord. The car is missing the front bumper and has a torn temporary tag that has the registration number right there on your screen. There's also a white bumper sticker on the back of the car that says West Side City Toys. Now, if you see the car or have any information that could bring Kassan home, you are urged to call police. And again, we want to show you this one more time because authorities are asking for your help to find Kassan and bring him home. This is a picture of him and his brother Kyer. Kassan has brown hair and brown eyes. He was last seen wearing a brown onesie. There is right now a $10,000 reward for information that helps to find him and return him safely. If you see him, you are urged to call police. Now, we're going to continue to follow this story as it evolves throughout the night. You can read all of our complete coverage right now on our website. That's Dayton247now.com. And as we learn anything more, we'll continue to update you here on air and through the Dayton 24/7 Now app. With that app, you can get breaking news alerts sent right to your phone. Get the app by scanning the QR code there on your screen or by downloading it in the Google Play and Apple App Stores.
This is a Dayton 24/7 Now Code Red weather alert.
And now to our other big story of the night. Again, we are right now under a code red weather alert as a historic weather system is impacting just about every state in the country. And we're now just hours away from this life-threatening system hitting us here in the Miami Valley. So we're talking some snow, ice, high winds, and brutally frigid temperatures. All of this leaving the potential for power outages and a travel nightmare ahead of the holiday. More than 100 million people across the country are under winter weather and wind chill alerts as we speak. The National Weather Service calling this a once-in-a-generation event, bringing the coldest Christmas in nearly 4 decades to many parts of the country. So check this out. This is a live look in Kansas City, Missouri right now. You can see there's lots of snow on the ground there. And take a look at these incredible videos from the Wyoming Highway Patrol's Facebook page. Now, this was the view from inside a cruiser. You can see zero visibility with high winds and snow. And here's a look from outside that car. You can barely see the road there. Obviously, a much quieter scene here in the Miami Valley, at least for now. Take a look. This is a live look from our Kettering Health Skycam. It's been a rainy day so far, but tonight it's going to bring icy roads, snow, and again, life-threatening wind chills to the area right in time for our holiday travel plans. So we have team coverage tonight with everything you need to know to stay safe and prepared. We want to get right to forecaster Tim Boyd, who is in for Natalie this evening. He's been tracking the system as it approaches the Dayton area. Tim.
Yes, this system is going to bring us some extremely cold air. Taking a look at now through this time tomorrow, you can just see this entire thing just plunge into the rest of the U.S. Atlanta 10 degrees, Charlotte 8, New York City sitting at 8 degrees as well, and Dayton -2. It's going to be bitterly cold. We're going to see wind chills that could approach -30 degrees. We have dangerous wind chills, wind gusts gusting over 45 miles per hour. We could see some locations hit 50 miles per hour. And then we will see some measurable blowing snow. When it comes to snowfall, only expecting like 2 to 4 inches. The higher amounts are going to be towards the northern part of the viewing area. We are under a wind chill warning, the entire viewing area under a wind chill warning until Christmas Eve. And then we have a winter storm warning until 5 p.m. Friday tomorrow. And this covers all of our area, northwestern Ohio off to Cleveland. This storm will move in late tonight. The rain will transition to snow very quickly. I'll have more on that in just a moment.
Yeah, Tim, this storm is no joke. As temperatures continue to drop tonight across the Miami Valley, many people are going to be staying home for the holidays and bunkering down. And with single-digit temperatures ahead, the risk of fires is actually going to increase because many people are going to be trying just to simply stay warm. Clara Faith is live tonight after speaking with Dayton fire crews. And Clara, What are they doing to ensure that everyone stays safe in these dangerous temperatures?
Well, I spoke with Dayton Fire earlier today, and they told me last night in the Dayton area, they experienced 3 home fires, and they just want to make sure everyone stays safe here tonight with temperatures dropping to the single digits. So here are some tips. First tip is your smoke detector. Make sure your smoke detector has a battery in it that is fully charged. And for your space heaters, also, your space heaters need to make sure they're in the center of the room and 3 feet away from anything, especially walls or anything that's flammable. Now, the Dayton Fire Department also gave me some advice on your chimneys and how to keep them clean and making sure that they are safe for usage for the weekend. Take a listen.
Make sure that you get your chimney serviced each year. When we see fires originate in chimneys that then spread out into the home, oftentimes it's as a result of creosote buildup in the chimney.
Now, Clara, if the power does go out and you're one of those fortunate enough to have a generator, did crews have any advice for safe usage?
So their one advice is to make sure your generator is outside and 20 feet away from your home. Do not have your generator inside. And now also pushing to, if you need a warm place, to go into Dayton St. Vincent de Paul location as a function as emergency warming shelter. Women and families should head to 120 West Apple Street. Men can go to 1921 South Gettysburg Avenue. Those shelters will be open 24 hours a day and all weekend long. And if you're in Springfield, you can go to the Salvation Army at 15 South Pine Street, and it's open now through Saturday morning. And later tonight, we're going to be keeping you updated here on air and also online about the weather conditions and how you can stay safe during this storm. Now back to you guys in studio.
All right, thanks so much, Clara. Now, surrounding states like Kentucky have already issued a state of emergency ahead of this weather. Governor Mike DeWine spoke with us this morning in an exclusive interview. He says he hasn't ruled that out for Ohio.
Well, we'll issue whatever orders are necessary as far as a state of emergency. But I think that the most important thing is for people to take individual responsibility. Very unusual that we have temperatures as low as we are going to see them. And very unusual that you combine those low temperatures with a strong wind factors.
Now, the governor adds that everyone should be very careful the next couple of days, especially if you're planning to travel. And we did hear from the governor again just about 2 hours ago about how the state is getting ready for this winter weather. Tom Bosco has his message.
Guys, I'm coming to you from the Emergency Operations Center in the Columbus area here, where folks can monitor the situation around the state. They can watch the highway cameras. Of course, they also have access to weather radar, and they're looking at any number of different things across the state. Now, the governor spoke to us just a little bit ago and called this a unique and dangerous storm. He says a big issue is the fact that temperatures are going to be so cold that some of the de-icing products won't work on the highways. His advice to folks is stay home if you can. People are going to see ODOT trucks out there putting the salt on it, and many times just assume, okay, this is going to be good. They're doing the best they can, but understand that at those low temperatures, it's really not going to have much effect. The governor says, of course, the issue that makes this even more dangerous is the fact that this weather coincides with the holiday weekend where folks have an expectation that they're going to travel. Again, he is urging folks, if you can, stay home throughout this situation, which is expected to last through Christmas Day. Back to you guys in the studio.
Tom, thanks so much. A live look at our ODOT cameras now. Rainy conditions still hitting our area at this hour. So if your plans include hitting the roads for the holidays, AAA says you do need to be flexible due to this weather system. Millions are expected to drive to their destinations, a huge increase, in fact, compared to just 2021. But this year, of course, we're going to be dealing with dangerous road conditions. So at this point, you may want to reconsider and wait to leave until after Saturday evening or even Sunday morning just to avoid any major issues. Either way, AAA says to expect heavy traffic and to be very cautious.
With the weather conditions that are being predicted, we definitely want to make sure everybody slows down and pays attention to the roads and to dry ice, black spots on the road.
AAA also says to make sure that you have at least a half a tank of gas at all times. Never use your cruise control on any slippery surface. That means ice and snow. And be sure to take turns slowly and safely. If you get stuck, call emergency roadside services immediately and also call State Patrol to let them know exactly where you are. And the city of Dayton has just released its early game plan for street and highway treatment. Tonight at 8, the Department of Public Works says it's going to deploy 46 snowplows to salt highways, main roads, and bridges. We're told they're going to work all the way through noon Friday. That's when 12 alternate drivers will report to monitor, plow, and salt necessary streets. The city of Monroe has also issued a snow emergency beginning at 8 tonight. That means all vehicles need to be off the streets for the safety of your cars and also the safety of those plow drivers. Now, if you're going to be flying instead of driving, make sure you reconfirm your flight schedules. A live look now at FlightAware's delay and cancellation tracker. You can see nearly 5,400 flights have been canceled just today alone, and there are more than 21,000 delays. And looking ahead to tomorrow, you can see more than 3,600 flights have already been canceled, and there are already more than 1,000 delays. So lots of impact there. And as we continue covering this extreme weather approaching the Miami Valley, it is important to also remind ourselves that we need to stay safe when we're outside. With these types of temperatures, hypothermia and frostbite symptoms can come on very quickly. Melena Brown spoke with an emergency medicine specialist about everything that you need to know. Melena.
Hi, Megan. I'm outside in urgent care right now, and as you can see, I am bundled up, as should anyone who's going to be outside in the next couple days. Within 15 minutes of the weather conditions that we're going to experience, frostbite could kick in. So if you are outside and you start to experience pain, numbness, pale skin, or if you have an infant and their skin turns red, it's a sign that it's time to go inside and may need to seek medical care. Dr. Cook from Kettering Health explains what to do and where to go if you need help.
The symptoms that you have, you want to assess their severity. And so the less severe symptoms may be able to go to an urgent care to be evaluated. But if you're talking about a severely painful or numb extremity, that may need to go to the emergency department.
Melena, obviously this is dangerous for everybody, but did the doctor say are there certain people who may be more at risk of developing frostbite?
Yes, Megan, I'm told that anyone with underlying medical conditions, the elderly and the very young are at a higher risk. So coming up at 6:30, I have more on symptoms and what to do if you start to experience them. Back to you, Megan.
All right. Thanks so much, Melena. Of course, many businesses and offices here in the Miami Valley are going to be closed in preparation for this storm. Clark County's offices will be closed tomorrow and Monday for Christmas. Kettering Recreation Complex is going to be opening late at 8 a.m. Wright-Patterson Air Force Base is already closed, but the essential personnel are expected to report. And we have all of this right now in a web story for you on Dayton247now.com. I'm sure that list will continue to grow. And take a look at this QR code that's up on your screen again. Again, you can scan it right now. That's going to help you download our Dayton 24/7 Now app. That free app is going to send you breaking news and weather alerts so that you know exactly what to expect with this incoming storm. It is always free to download in any app store. And be sure to also visit Dayton247now.com for updates and information on this weather maker as well.
Coming up, we'll take a look at just how much snow to expect and just how cold it is going to get tomorrow.
And power companies across the state are expecting outages after the break. How crews are preparing and how you can be ready too. You're watching Dayton 24/7 Now.
Weather Window, presented by the National Weather Desk.
Just how cold is it in Kansas City? Cold enough for frost to form on the door handle inside a home. And we saw 2 pictures of sundogs today. One of them was in blowing snow, winds breaking up snowflakes into tiny ice crystals. The light refracting through those crystals are the spots of light 22 degrees from the sun. Sundogs are usually caused by ice crystals in very high altitude cirrus clouds.
For more content like this, follow the National Weather Desk on TikTok.
All right, so for winter storms, we expect, a whole bunch of snow. This main thing for this winter storm is going to be 2 to 4 inches of snow for us. It's going to be very, very cold, though. That is our main story, and these winds are going to be pretty treacherous. You can see right here, this sharp shift from the northwest to the north is right where our cold front comes through, and you can see the strong winds behind it. Moving through the early morning hours, 3 a.m., we start hitting around 40 miles per hour in much of the viewing area. And as we go through the day tomorrow, or excuse me, through the night tonight into the morning tomorrow, it gets even worse, sitting at 32 miles per hour in Dayton and 41, 44 up in Bell Fountain. And then by Friday afternoon, 3 p.m., we're sitting at almost 50 miles per hour, 50 in Salina, 45 in Troy, and 48 in Wilmington. We don't really get a break from this until late overnight Friday night into Saturday morning. You can see we start slowing down, relatively speaking, down to about 30 mile per hour wind gusts. So our future feels like temperatures, these wind chills, right around 10 p.m. with the winds, we can expect it to feel about 11 degrees. And then it just takes a very sharp drop. Richmond, negative 30, negative 24 in Dayton at 5 a.m. At lunchtime tomorrow, sitting at negative 30. It is going to be bitterly cold, and then through the day on Saturday, staying much of the same, right around negative 25. We'll have more on when to expect the snow soon.
Tim, thanks so much. Now, electric companies across the state are expecting power outages in this storm. Crews are ready to deal with them, but you need to be ready too. Maria Durant in Columbus has what you should do to lessen the impacts of Mother Nature.
Tonight, AEP says make sure that you know where your flashlights are. Have extra batteries on hand. And before you go to bed tonight, charge your phone. And if you have a portable charger, charge that too. As you prepare for what could be the nightmare before Christmas, American Electric Power also getting crews ready. AEP has already asked for additional aid from surrounding states should they need it. Crews telling us it's not the rain turning to ice on power lines they believe to be the big concern, but the wind and cold temperatures.
We are projecting some pretty high wind gusts for an extended period of time. And when we see that, we can see, trees that start to fall and impact our system that takes wires down, causing outages across Ohio.
AEP says if you have a power outage, to contact them immediately. Crews will be working 16-hour shifts, but because of the frigid weather, it will impact how long crews can stay outside. So while the power will be restored, it could take a little longer. In Columbus, I'm Maria Durant.
And you at home can help us cover this storm as well by showing us exactly what you're seeing throughout it, if it's safe to do so. So we've created a new winter weather bubble for you. If you have something that you can share, grab your phone and scan this QR code. That's going to take you right to our Chime In page. And from there, you can upload your photos or videos right to us. You might even see them right here on Dayton 24/7 Now. Now, again, be sure to stay up to date with us on Dayton247now.com for the very latest and updates as this storm moves into and through our area. Another live look at the Capitol building now, where the Senate has just passed the $1.7 trillion spending bill. This brings us one step closer to avoiding a government shutdown. The legislation, known as Omnibus, provides or funds operations across federal agencies, provides natural disaster relief and emergency aid for Ukraine. The bill now heads to the House for a vote. Lawmakers hope it's going to pass there, and President Biden will sign it before government funding runs out tomorrow.
All right, taking a look at our radar, we can see the rain is moving into the region, and we can see this entire system moving across the Midwest. The snow will be here within a matter of hours. Right around 9 p.m., we're thinking is when this cutoff will arrive in Dayton, quickly changing over to snow. We expect some pretty moderate snowfall between 3 to 5 a.m. still before it quickly moves out. It'll be cloudy and extremely cold. We can expect conditions just to remain this way through the day Friday, and the winds and the wind chill are what is going to become the problem at this point. So what are our travel impacts going to be through the night tonight and through the day tomorrow? We have the red light here because the rain is going to just transition to snow very quickly. Everything is going to flash freeze with how quickly these temperatures are dropping. So driving conditions tonight and into the day tomorrow are not going to be very safe. We do not recommend being out on the road. And then tomorrow morning, especially icy snow and wind. And with these temperatures staying well below freezing and even sub-zero, nothing is really going to melt. So be sure to stay home. We'll have more on this in just a moment.
Tim, thanks. And as you just heard, we are in for a cold, windy, rainy night here in the Miami Valley. Still ahead, we're going to check back in with Tim for what you need to be ready for.
Now it's time for your TikTok of the day. Today, Chief Meteorologist Natalie Walters explains a pretty outrageous concern that will be happening in Florida this weekend.
A flash freeze is expected across many parts of the U.S. Thursday into Friday. This is what you need to know. A flash freeze happens when temperatures rapidly drop below freezing, causing wet roads to turn to ice. It's best to stay off the roads if this happens, but if you must travel, drive
the Dayton 24/7 Now News app, brought to you by the Jeff Schmidt Auto Group.
A live look now at Troy's downtown square. You can see things are pretty quiet at this hour, but that's all going to change in these next few hours. So let's get back to forecaster Tim Boyd. Tim, can you give us any overview of what we should all be expecting?
Yeah, so the big threat is going to be the extreme cold, but we're expecting the dangerous wind chills through the next 24 to 48 hours, negative 25 to negative 30 degrees possible, wind gust of 45 miles per hour and over. Some locations could hit 55 mile per hour wind gusts, and we will see some measurable blowing snow, about 2 to 4 inches in the area, maybe more in the northwestern sector of the viewing area. Big weather impacts. The main roads and side roads are going to be very treacherous tonight and through the day tomorrow, with this rain flipping to snow, and it's going to be the extreme drop in temperatures. Going to freeze very quickly, so we want to stay off the roads tonight and through the day tomorrow. Visibility while it's snowing will probably drop significantly. And with these winds, we do have the risk of some power outages, so we'll keep you updated on that. Taking a look at our extended forecast, you can see we're going to expect that system through the area tonight. Temperatures staying in the negatives through the night tomorrow, and then only topping out around 9 degrees on Saturday. We have partly cloudy skies through the rest of the week, but temperatures look like they try to rebound by the end of the week, well, midweek and into the week next week.
That forecast makes you do a double take at the, Friday, Saturday. How low those numbers are. It's just really not something we're used to seeing.
Yes.
Again, it just goes to show how dangerous a storm potentially could be.
Especially the wind chills. Yeah. Winter storm, you think snow. This one, it's the cold. The wind chills and the cold.
Different. All right. Well, we're going to continue our winter coverage for you right now.